In the bustling atmosphere of State Farm Arena in Atlanta, the crowd was on edge, eyes locked on Caitlin Clark as she led the Indiana Fever against the Atlanta Dream. The game was intense, with both teams pushing their limits, but it was Caitlin who stole the show once again. Known for her incredible skills on the court, Caitlin's every move drew cheers from fans, but among the crowd stood one person who seemed to be drawn to her for a reason beyond basketball. A young boy, an orphan, stood quietly at the back, watching Caitlin intently with a look of admiration and awe. His clothes were a bit too big, and there was an air of loneliness about him, but his eyes glimmered with something more, hope. When the game ended, and Caitlin was signing autographs, the boy lingered near the edge of the crowd. He never took his eyes off her, his gaze fixed on Caitlin, like she was a superhero. After finishing with the fans, Caitlin noticed him again. Walking over, she greeted him with a warm smile. "Did you enjoy the game?" she asked, her voice full of curiosity. The boy nodded, shy but eager to speak. "You're really good," he whispered. "I've never seen anyone play like that." His words stuck with Caitlin, and she could feel that there was more to this encounter than just a fan meeting their idol. She signed a ball and handed it to him. "Here, this is for you. Keep practicing, and one day, you might be on the court too." The boy's face lit up with joy. For the first time, Caitlin saw a smile that radiated hope, and for a moment, the world seemed to pause. Weeks passed, and Caitlin couldn't shake the feeling that this boy had become a part of her journey. She noticed him at every game, always in the same spot, eyes locked on her, his passion for the game evident. But one day, after another intense match, Caitlin approached him again. "You're back. You must really love basketball," she said, smiling. The boy nodded, looking down with some embarrassment before revealing, "I live in a group home. They let me come if I finish my homework and save up my allowance for tickets." Caitlin's heart broke hearing this. She could see that the boy was more than just a fan. He was searching for something, perhaps an escape or a sense of belonging. Moved by his story, Caitlin decided she would do more than just sign an autograph. She handed him another basketball, this one specially signed for him. "Now you have your own ball. Keep practicing, and maybe one day you'll be out there too." The boy's eyes filled with disbelief, his voice barely a whisper as he said, "Thank you." This simple act of kindness would change everything. Over the following weeks, Caitlin and the young boy's connection deepened. He kept attending her games, now with a basketball in hand, a tangible reminder that he was part of the world he once only dreamed of. Caitlin would bring him gifts and offer words of encouragement, seeing in him the same love for the game that she had as a young girl. But what happened next wasn't just a heartwarming story between a superstar and a young fan. Caitlin's actions quickly went viral. Social media exploded with admiration for her selflessness. Fans tweeted about Caitlin's kindness, using hashtags like #KindnessMatters and #Caitlin Clark is a hero. People from all walks of life, whether sports fans or not, shared the story, showing how Caitlin's gesture transcended basketball. Local and national news outlets caught wind of the story, with ESPN and CNN dedicating segments to explore the impact Caitlin had on this young boy's life. Media outlets highlighted not just Caitlin's skills on the court, but also her role in fostering compassion and community. The boy's story inspired many, sparking conversations on forums, in classrooms, and even in parenting circles about the power of kindness and mentorship. Caitlin's act didn't stop at making headlines. It sparked a ripple effect that was felt far beyond the basketball court. Donations poured in for foster youth programs and mentoring initiatives. People began volunteering at local youth sports camps, inspired by Caitlin's example. Even celebrities like LeBron James and Serena Williams shared the story, emphasizing the importance of using one's platform to make a difference. Soon, Caitlin and the young boy found themselves invited to shows like *Ellen*, where their story would inspire millions. On such a platform, Caitlin could further amplify the message of hope and kindness, encouraging others to get involved with youth mentorship or simply be kind to those in need. This heartwarming story wasn't just about a basketball player's kindness. It was about how small acts of compassion could change lives. Caitlin's influence went far beyond her record-breaking performances on the court. Her connection with that young boy reminded us all that the real legacy isn't just about sports, it's about the impact we make on the people around us. As Caitlin's career continued to rise, her story became more than just a series of basketball achievements. It became a symbol of empowerment, mentorship, and the importance of uplifting others. From a promising high school athlete to a WNBA All-Star, Caitlin Clark's journey had shown the world that greatness is measured not only by points scored, but by the lives touched along the way. Her legacy wasn't just about basketball records. It was about teaching others that kindness and empathy can change the world. Caitlin Clark's influence goes far beyond the basketball court. She has become a symbol of progress in women's sports, inspiring young athletes to pursue their dreams with determination and passion. Her work ethic and commitment to the game set a powerful example for aspiring players everywhere. Clark's legacy proves the transformative power of one individual in shaping a sport and continues to motivate the next generation. Since her middle school days in Des Moines, Caitlin has been actively involved in giving back to her community. Whether volunteering at local food pantries or homeless shelters, she has always been passionate about addressing food insecurity and helping those in need. One day, Caitlin walked into Taco Bell, thinking only of her favorite meal. Little did she know, a seemingly ordinary trip would take an unexpected turn. While in line, she overheard two young boys talking urgently behind her. At first, she thought it was just idle gossip, but something in their voices caught her attention. What she heard next would change the course of her day. The boys were discussing their mother's battle with heart disease, a condition that had drained her physically and emotionally. Living in San Francisco, they felt isolated and helpless, not knowing where to turn. By chance, they noticed Caitlin standing nearby, and recognizing her, they whispered about asking for her help. Touched by their concern and the gravity of their situation, Caitlin approached them, offering a listening ear. She learned about their mother's struggle and, without hesitation, helped them connect with local resources to get their mom the care she needed. The boys left Taco Bell with a sense of relief, knowing they had found someone willing to make a real difference. Caitlin's simple act of kindness sparked hope in their hearts and reminded everyone of the profound impact a single person can have. But who exactly is Caitlin Clark? Born on January 22, 2002, in Des Moines, Iowa, Caitlin grew up in a family deeply rooted in sports. Her father, Brent, worked in business, while her mother, Annie, came from a family of athletes. From a young age, Caitlin was immersed in a world of competition and camaraderie, and by the time she was 5, she was already dribbling and shooting basketballs.